I want to introduce extraordinary love stories of romantic composers. Yeah, but first, I will introduce these people who have a very extraordinary love triangle. On the left side is Schumann. He is pianist, critic, and writer. He didn't follow the standards of classical music. Instead, he expressed whatever emotion he has through his music. In the middle is Clara, the daughter of Big, who is Schumann's piano teacher. She was also a good she was also a good concert pianist and had a very beautiful face. On the right is Brahms. He concentrated on composing piano pieces in his whole life. His music style is brilliant and very technical. Although he had a handsome face, he lived his whole life being a bachelor. In 1840, Schumann began to eagerly study music with his piano teacher Big. The first time Schumann saw his teacher's daughter, Clara, he fell in love with her at first sight. Schumann was 9 years older than Clara, but despite the age gap, Schumann continued to express his feeling toward Clara. At first, Clara was not into him because he was ugly and very short. But later, Clara got interested because of his poetic ability. Schumann used this ability to get Clara's sympathy. Clara and Schumann wanted to get married, but Big didn't like him because Schumann had a bipolar mental disorder, which means that Schumann oftentimes is too depressed or too passionate. Big didn't permit Clara to get married. On the other hand, Clara and Schumann really loved each other. So Schumann went to court to fight for his right to get married with Clara. The trial took 10 years, but after that, they were finally able to tie the knot. One day, a young man dressed in shabby clothes came to Schumann's house. The man's name was Brahms, a poor but talented pianist who wanted his talent to be recognized by Schumann. He visited Schumann's house to play the piano. As Brahms played, Clara and Schumann got excited and became very interested. They realized that Brahms was a musical genius, and so the couple offered their house to Brahms. As soon as he saw her, Brahms also started to fall head over heels in love with Clara. But he hid his feelings out of respect for Schumann. When he made music, he dedicated it to Clara. Although he expressed his feeling for Clara through his music, and Clara's relationship stayed at the friendship level. Brahms had a lot of relationships with other women, but these relationships were not serious. He had this relationship just to forget Clara. In 1853, Schumann's condition got worse and he was admitted to a mental hospital. When Brahms heard this, he hurriedly went to the hospital for a visit. At the time, Schumann realized that he couldn't control himself anymore, so he asked Brahms to take care of Clara. Since Brahms worried about Clara and respected Schumann so much, he went back to Schumann's hometown and took good care of Clara. After a few years, Schumann passed away in Clara's arms. Clara was now free to even marry again. But Brahms continued to respect her from a distance. They loved each other deeply, but not as a couple. In 1895, Brahms heard that Clara had died because of a stroke. At the time, he started to compose sad music. This music expressed his feeling of love for Clara. After 1 year, Brahms also passed away. But before he died, he said, Clara is the most beautiful experience and greatest gift in my life. Which love is better? If you were a lover, would you love like Schumann? Be inspired to do everything for your lover, even if it takes 10 years? Or a lover like Brahms, who is patient, self-sacrificing, and platonic? If you were Clara, who would you choose, Schumann or Brahms? Okay. Before I end my presentation, I would like you to see 2 clips of musical pieces composed by Schumann and Brahms. The first one is Schumann's Fantasy, and the second one is Brahms' Sonata No. 3.